Yo, what's up, guys? Teacher Paul up here, and let me just say one thing. Everything that needed to go wrong in this first week went wrong. Everything. Nothing came, no good news came for Scotland, but you still have a chance. Right now, Scotland is safe right now, but a few things need to happen for them to continue safe. Guys, let's keep hopeful for the Scotland army, the Tartan army, and let's watch this video.
Bit of a different vibe in Miami today. The post-mortem has well and truly begun after that disappointing result against Brazil last night. Scotland still don't know if they're in or they're out, and these supporters aren't sure what to do next.
Very down today. We were, as usual, hoping for the best, but getting the worst as always.
Dang,
To be able to say I've come to the World Cup, been to Miami, saw Scotland play Brazil, I might never see a World Cup again. I'm that old.
Just a little bit
Nah, you
depressed
still
that
have-
we gave away the easy goals, you know.
Listen, Scotland will be back next World Cup, and you guys are still not out, man. You guys are talking like it's a done deal. There's still hope, and there's that football magic. I hope it really does come. I'm a little bit less hopeful than last time, but I'm still with my hopes up, guys. Let's keep going, man.
We came in with a lot of enthusiasm and left disappointed again.
And somebody was saying
Oh.
that they had 2 shots on target in the entire
Come on.
competition. I mean, it's just not good enough, eh?
I feel sorry for Steve Clark. You know, he picked the right players, he has the right system, and then they just make silly mistakes, and then you're 3-0 down against Brazil. What are you going to do?
His tactics were too negative in maybe the first game, and we got away with it to get that victory. Against Morocco, I think you've got to blame the players because we gave away a ridiculous goal.
There's so many permutations, and my head's sore from all the calculations, but we're not going through.
We're sitting like everyone else, just waiting to see what happens, doing the numbers, and we'll decide. I think maybe at 26 we should know something. So
I'm going home. I've spent enough money in this place.
Go home, probably would be the reasonable thing, and then just see
Dude,
what happens.
guys,
Is
come
it
on.
Mexico or France would be easy. They've only got that Mbappe guy. He's not going to be any trouble.
Oh, wow. That's
Mbappe,
funny.
I've never heard of him. By the way, our heads are exactly the same with the permutations, and it must be so frustrating for the Scotland fans to sit there and be waiting for it. But unfortunately, they're in this position because, as they were saying there, their team didn't perform well enough so far. If you have a look at the table, Scotland are at the bottom. They're in 8th spot, which is the last spot to be able to qualify, and it could be goal difference that makes the difference, that sees them go home. So you'll look at the game that they played against Haiti and think, oh my goodness, we really missed chances, but not just against them. It's been a problem this whole tournament, Ange, for Scotland. Where does the blame lie?
Yeah, look, I don't know about blame, but I think a lot of talk about the approach that they've taken, and I don't think there's anything wrong with the approach, but I think what they'll be disappointed is, you know, you want to set up defensively, you want to be really strong. The goals they've conceded have been really poor against Morocco and then against Brazil. So, you know, you can set up defensively, and we've seen other countries do it and still get results out of games that they needed, and, you know, they'll miss out probably on goal difference, and yes, the Haiti game, I think they could have been a bit more adventurous and get more goals, but I still think the goals they conceded are what they'd be kicking themselves about.
Yeah, they've shot themselves in the foot too many times. The gentleman in the red jersey said it. They've got no hope. I don't see them going through. I think the worst thing about being a player is looking back and regretting. And I think that camp, inside those walls, they'll be looking back saying, we could have done that more. Why did I make that mistake? You know, why that decision? And that's the hardest thing to live with. It was there for them. You got to go and score. No disrespect to Haiti. Go and score some goals. Go and score some goals against them, because that was now they're relying on goal
don't
difference.
concede.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you scored against Haiti 1-0 and then you lost against Morocco 1-0, that goal difference is gone. That is level already. So you needed to get more goals. But let's not look at the past. Let's look at the future. I have some calculations for you guys. We still have hope.
Or don't concede free. Yeah, facts.
Make yourself very difficult to beat. They're now in this really strange, unique position where they've just got to wait, and it's bad enough for the fans, as we just heard. What's it like for players? How would you deal with that little wait?
That's worse for players.
I know. Just looking at him, I'm like, that's the wrong person to be asking.
It's a horrible situation, to be honest, because you cannot play anymore. you depend on others, and
He
then you
wins
can
it.
look back at how did we give that goal away, how we didn't score these goals. And I think if they don't qualify, it's even more hurtful because they were in a prime position. They were 3 points after the first game, and then you only needed 1 more point maybe, and they couldn't.
You guys
get
were
it.
top of the group.
It must hurt, but maybe they do it. Let's see. It's going to be tough.
Bit of a different.
See, you guys were top of the group after the first match because it was a tie against Morocco, Brazil, Morocco. So you guys were top of the group. But guys, there is still hope, and I am here to tell you how it may happen. Okay? Get your notebooks out, and let's just take a look over here. We have 6 matches, actually not matches, but 6 groups left. So we have 12 matches left. What needs to happen, absolutely needs to happen, is Egypt needs to beat Iran. And if they do, then Iran will place below Scotland. So that's the first thing that needs to happen. And Belgium needs to beat New Zealand. Okay? They can't tie. Actually, they can tie. Belgium can tie New Zealand and it will still be okay. The main thing is that we need Egypt to beat Iran. Because if Egypt ties with Iran, goal difference will kill Scotland. Egypt needs to beat Iran. That's the first thing that needs to happen, okay? Belgium can at least tie with New Zealand, but, if Belgium wins against New Zealand, that's fine, as long as Egypt beats Iran. That's the number one thing. If Iran beats Egypt, then New Zealand needs to beat Belgium. If Iran beats Egypt, then New Zealand needs to beat Belgium. But even so, okay, we need Egypt to win. Here we need Spain to win. Spain needs to win because I don't see Cape Verde losing against Saudi Arabia. But if Spain doesn't win, if they tie because of goal difference, then Saudi Arabia needs to beat Cabo Verde. And Cabo Verde has held up their end against Spain and Uruguay. So I think Cabo Verde is going to win against Saudi Arabia. So Spain absolutely needs to win against Uruguay. Then Iran will be below Scotland. Uruguay will be below Scotland. Those are 2 teams that could be below. Over here, Iraq needs to tie or to beat Senegal. Okay? Because of the goal difference. Because if Senegal beats Iraq, then because of the goal difference, Scotland could go out. So we need an Iraq win or a tie, which is absolutely crazy to think. Because Senegal has been playing really well. But, Iraq will not let them pass easily. It could happen. Then Iraq would be under Scotland. Over here, we have Algeria versus Austria. Now, any of these teams can win. However, it depends how they win. If Algeria is to win, they only need to win. Actually, Algeria needs to lose this one. But if Algeria wins, it needs to be 3-0 or 4-0. 3 or 4-0. And I don't see that happening. So we need to think Austria is going to win. Austria needs to win with at least 2 goals. Just to guarantee, because there is this thing called a fair game or fair play score. So even if Algeria only wins by 1-0, if Austria wins by 1-0, then Algeria needs to have a red card or something. But just to be safe, Austria needs to win 2-0. Okay, and then Algeria will be under. If Senegal loses, then there will be 4 teams under Scotland. But I don't see Senegal losing, so Algeria would be the 3rd one under Scotland. And Argentina needs to beat Jordan. Because if Jordan wins against Argentina, even by 1 goal, they will be above Scotland. And we will lose Group J. So Argentina needs to beat Jordan, and Austria needs to beat Algeria. These two need to win. Argentina, the good news is that I think Argentina can beat Jordan, right? And I'm not going to say that because last time I said Ecuador can, lose against Germany. They didn't. South Africa didn't lose against South Korea. So those were the easy ones. We're now on the plan B now. Actually, we're on plan D now. Actually, what group is this? K, we're on plan K. Here we have Congo versus Uzbekistan, and we absolutely need Uzbekistan to beat Congo or tie. If they tie, that's fine. Other than that, Uzbekistan has to win. That's what needs to happen. Either Uzbekistan wins or they tie. But Congo, dude, they tied with Portugal, but there is still hope. Congo could be able to tie with Uzbekistan, and that would be okay for Scotland. So there are 5 teams that could go below Scotland. And this is another match that absolutely needs to go according to plan. Ghana needs to beat Croatia. Ghana has been doing well. They are in second place right now with 4 points. So Ghana needs to beat Croatia. But England needs to beat Panama. Because if Panama beats England, then it's going to be above Scotland. So guys, if we look at it, England may win and Ghana may win. Those are the bets we have here. If Croatia wins, then, we lose this group as well. But we have 6 groups left. We only need 4 to go in our favor. So the odds are not as bad as you might think. So it's 2 chances that we have. Only 2 more chances that we have. If we lose 2 more groups, then we have no more chance. Everything needs to go according to our plan. Okay? So there is still hope for Scotland, but the easy games have gone. South Korea lost. Germany lost, which was absolutely a crazy thing to see. So we have 4 groups that need to be under Scotland. 2 chances to not go our way. On Sunday, we will find out. Keep the nerves under control. I don't know. I'm also very nervous, guys, for Scotland. I want to see Scotland there next to Brazil. And I know that it's a shame that Brazil was the one who had to beat Scotland. And the goal difference will make a big difference. But, dang, it's just so sad because I saw you guys leave Euro 2024. And that was heartbreaking enough. I don't want you guys to leave the World Cup. No Scotland, no party. What are we going to do without Scotland? Anyways, guys, I'm not as hopeful as I was because the easy games that I was sure was going to go our way didn't happen. But I am still hopeful. Let's keep going.